Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Wednesday Motivation and Business Call with your girl, Solandia Hammond, a.k.a. Sue Ham, baby. Oh, man, it is November, guys, the first Wednesday of November. It's crazy. Yesterday was Election Day, and today is Wednesday. Time is just moving on by. Well, you know, as we always do every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I always want to thank you, newbies, for coming out. If this is your first time on the call, we do this call every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then for all my loyal listeners that's here every Wednesday, big thank you. I am sending out a virtual hug to each and every one of you. Now, we got to do a little housekeeping, quick 2-minute housekeeping, and then we're going to get into the topic of this call. I actually want to use this call today to hear from you guys. I'll share some of my experiences, but I really want to open up the call today to hear what you're going through. Maybe you slept on a dream and you stopped dreaming, or maybe you decided to wake up and give birth to that dream. We want to hear from you what it is you got going on with regards to your dreams. Now, as for the housekeeping, guys, got to call your attention over to the fan page, Sue Ham. Let's get connected. The best way to get connected with me is through Facebook. So please go to Sue Ham, SUE-HAM. SUEHAM, and connect with me on Facebook, and I do respond. I'm very active with my Facebook audience. Also, guys, if you are looking to start your own business, your own T-shirt line, to write your own books, to get speaking engagements, to learn marketing, how to make money online, to grow your business, then please check out the Sue Ham School of Success. We are there to help you, and it's only $30 a month. No contract, cancel at any time. We have over 100 different modules to tell you how to do stuff step by step by step. So check it out at SueHam.com, SueHam.com, and that's the Sue Ham School of Success. Just click on the tab that says Sue Ham School of Success at SueHam.com. And the last thing we want to get out on our housekeeping, last two things, is Business Explosion Mastermind. Myself and Terry L. Clay, my business partner, we are taking 10 people to Florida with us, to Miramar Beach, Florida, to teach you for 5 days straight in a mansion with a private chef how to get your business to the next level. If you want to become a published author, we're going to show you how to do that. You will leave the seminar, the mastermind retreat, a published author. If you want to know how to get paid speaking engagements, how to launch your own websites and get paid, we're going to teach you all that. There's so many different things that we have on the agenda to teach you that I really can't take the time to explain here. So if you want to learn more about that, go over to businessexplosion.net. businessexplosion.net. And also, guys, get my book, Don't Quit, Follow Your Dreams, and you can pick that up at SueHam.com or on Amazon. Now, we're going to get into the call, and I don't want nobody to be shy on this call today. If you feel compelled to come out when I open up this call, I want to hear what you got to say. But let me say this, don't talk for an hour and a half. But definitely we want to be inspired by you, because today's topic is inspired by some recent events that occurred in my life, guys. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, or if you haven't been following me, then you probably don't know what has transpired in my life in the last 48 to 72 hours. I wrote the book, Don't Quit, Follow Your Dreams, back in 2012. And for those of you that are familiar with me, you know that I've always said that as a child, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be in movies and write. But growing up in a rural area, the only thing that they really pushed on us was to get a job, go to college, or go into the military. Well, I opted to go into the United States Marine Corps, and I was in there for almost 9 years until it came to the point where I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. I really felt like I couldn't keep up the front, faking it. Well, I did love the Marine Corps, but it just came to a point where the love dried up. I couldn't fake it anymore, and I had to get out. I really, really, really wanted to pursue my dreams. So I remember leaving the Marine Corps, and on my last day at my farewell luncheon with my commanding officers, my juniors and my peers, and I remember I was giving my farewell speech, and I said to them, guys, remember my name, Solandia Renese Hammond, for I am going to be famous And the funny thing is, when I got out of the Marine Corps, guys, I think about a month later, I was working somebody's job. I was not following my dreams because I, point blank, was afraid. I didn't really think that I had what it takes to get into movies or to write plays, so I fell back into working for someone else after I got out of the Marine Corps. Needless to say, my life took a few valley points before, I started getting back to the mountain. I actually got divorced, which nearly killed me. I wanted to really kill myself because I was really in love with my ex-husband, and I never thought that I would get married. And so when I got married, I never thought I would get divorced. And it really hurt me because my children, he was a really great father, my children had to go through not having their father in the house. So fast forward, I meet another guy, fell in love with him. We have a beautiful son together. And, we went through some tumultuous things as well. But I was able to get into real estate. I moved back home, got into real estate, and actually made a good fortune. And, however, the economy collapsed. And when it did, so did my fortune. I actually had 16 income-producing units, and I lost it all. I had to file bankruptcy in 2009. My children had to see the fact that the bank was coming back and repossessing our vehicles, taking them out of the driveway. My children had to see that I was losing our home, our 3,000-square-foot home. And I think one of my lowest points was going to a job that I really detest, losing everything, filing bankruptcy, and probably my son, who is now 17 years old, who's a senior in the Baltimore School of the Arts, and I'm excited for him. He scored a 22.20 on his SAT. He's only 180 points shy of a perfect score, which is really phenomenal. But my son, who is 17, and I have 3 kids, but at the time he was 13 in the 7th grade, he said to me when I was going through the financial turmoil, he said, "Mom, I'm going to go live with Dad in Maryland because you can't afford to house and feed us anymore, and I really just don't want to see you struggle." And that had to be the lowest point in my life because, here he is, a child at 13, and he's making an ultimate sacrifice to go and live with his father to try to ease it up on me. And it crushed me because I didn't want my son to think that I was a failure because at that time, I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I just really wanted to follow my dreams. And so I left the workplace and I really started to follow my dreams. And I tell you guys, it got hard before it got easy, man. I had my lights turned off several times. I had my water turned off several times. I lost my house because I was behind on my mortgage and I was trying to put on a stage play. And so I had $5,500 come to me and I had to make a major decision. Do I try to negotiate with my mortgage lender to keep my house, or do I go ahead and put on my stage play? And I'm not going to tell you what I did, but if you get my book, you'll find out what I actually did. But I was really going through some hard times. I was really upset with God because I felt like he gave me several different gifts, as he does each and every one of us. And I was really, really, really upset with him because I was like, why did you give me these gifts if you're not going to allow me a platform to use them? And, it's like he spoke to me and he said, what are you talking about? I gave you the gifts. I didn't give you the fear. Now, you, on the other hand, you invited the fear into your life, and that's why you're not able to use your gifts and allow them to make room for you. Guys, that was very profound for me. And a lot of people right now in life are going through upset with God because they feel that they're more talented than that person who is famous, or they can do it better than that person on the job who got the promotion. But the thing is, what I've learned on this journey, 2 important things. You cannot quit, because if you quit, you will never get to the destination that you so desire. The second thing is, what God has for you is for you, and in due season you shall reap what you have sown, as long as you do not grow weary and give up. So I learned those very 2 important lessons. Fast forwarding, after the repossessions and the bankruptcies and the foreclosures, my middle child going to live with his father, I was able to kind of rebound. I just made a commitment to myself that I was no longer going to work jobs that was killing me, that I was no longer going to run from what I know I was birthed to do, which for me is to write, act, and encourage other people to live, love, learn, and laugh. And so I started on the journey of living my purpose. And I decided that I was going to live my purpose until I could achieve my dreams. And I became an author. I actually started doing internet marketing and blogging. I became a coach, got on TV, radio, and all of those things. Actually wrote and performed 3 of my stage plays, but I was still feeling kind of stuck. I had kind of put the theatrical stuff to the side and was focusing more so on internet stuff. I guess, I figured, hey, in the back of my mind, let me just generate enough money to be able to do my plays again. But I felt stuck in the middle of trying to do that. And about a month ago, I had a dream. And the dream was, I can't even remember what the dream was, but the only thing that I can remember when I woke up was that the words Star of David and Shining Star of David. And it just stuck with me. And it was about 5 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. So I got up and I did what any other sane person would do. I got my phone and I Googled it because I didn't know what that meant. I Googled it, I looked at it, and it said that the Shining Star of David was a Jewish symbol for good luck. And I was like, okay, no big deal. But as the weeks went on, a couple of weeks later, I still cannot forget it. I was like, God, what does this mean? So 2 weeks later, I started feeling stuck. I was like, God, I love doing the internet marketing, but I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling like I need to be doing something else. Tell me, what do I need to do? Guide me. And guys, he speaks to me in my shower, okay? So I got in my shower, and 3 thoughts immediately came to my head. The first one was, you've forgotten your childhood dreams. The second one was, you've forgotten your name, Solandia. Your mom named you after an actress. The third one was, you used to practice receiving your Emmys and your Oscars. How will you ever receive those type of awards if you're not doing the work that's required for you to receive it? And instantly, guys, I was like, okay, God, I got it. I'm going to go back to my stage plays. That's why I'm stuck. That's what it is. I'm going to go back to the stage plays and go back to my childhood dreams. And I made up my mind in the shower about 2-3 weeks ago. And so 36 hours later, my best friend calls me and she says, Sue, David E. Talbert is doing an actor's seminar, and he's also doing auditions. And I met her with resistance immediately. And I was like, no, man, I don't have the money for that. I got a son that's about to hit college. I got a daughter that's in her last year of college, and I got a 5-year-old. I got commitments. I'm running businesses. I don't have money to devote to that. And she just cut me off. She said, listen, you just said you were ready to get back into your plays and live your dreams, right? She said, just check it out. And if it's for you, if it's meant to be, you're going to get there. So I went to the website and I checked it out and I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, it's only $250 for 6 hours of this man's time. Now, let me tell you who David E. Talbert is. David E. Talbert is probably one of the original playwrights. He's done over 15 stage plays that have had major success. And I'm talking about working with people like Morris Chestnut, Ann Nesbitt. I forget the guy's name, but he was on Grey's Anatomy, which is a major television show that is on ABC. He's also done movies such as Baggage Claim and First Sunday, where he's worked with Ice Cube. He's worked with Jamie Foxx. He's worked with Kirk Franklin. The name goes on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on. If you want to know more about David E. Talbert, just go to davidetalbert.com and you will see, or look him up on Facebook. So I was like, man, $250 for 6 hours? That's not a whole lot. I was like, but I got to get a ticket. I got to get a hotel. We're talking about flying to Chicago. I got to be able to eat. So I called my boyfriend, and I didn't even really get it out of my mouth good. And before I knew it, he was giving me his credit card. And next thing I knew, I had the ticket, flights, and as well as the ticket to get into the event to be able to go and learn from the foot of David E. Talbert, as well as get to audition for him. Nothing like this had ever happened before in my life, guys. Nothing. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. I'm spinning out of control. I just said I was going to devote my life back to living my dreams and doing stage plays not even 36 hours ago. And here it is, boom, I've got this major opportunity. So I'm excited, and, I'm just like, oh, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to audition for him? What monologue and blah, blah, blah. And maybe about a week later, right, before I'm about to get on my flight, the thought from that dream, Star of David, came back to me. And I was like, God, what does this mean? I mean, because it's just ringing in my mind. I wrote it in my journal. I was like, God, please answer me. Tell me, what does this mean? And about a week before I was about to take off on my flight, it came to me clear as day. The Star of David, he said, means that you are going to be the star of David's next production. Guys, I about fell out in my living room. Why am I telling you this? Because God sends us signs. God speaks to us, but oftentimes we're so distracted we don't pay attention, or oftentimes we talk ourselves out of believing what is the truth. So we want to believe what the fear wants us to believe, and that fear wants us just to stay comfortable, right? It doesn't want us to grow. It doesn't want us to expand. It wants to keep us in that same space. So when I finally got that revelation that dream meant that I was going to be the star of David's next production, guys, I've almost lost it in this little house. I'm telling you. So I got to the airport, right, on October 31st, because the seminar was on November 1st. I got to the airport on October 31st. My flight is delayed a whole hour. I was like, oh, wow, my flights are delayed because, the drive to the airport is like an hour and a half from me. Again, I live in a rural area. So I go up there and I check on it, and the lady said, do you have a connecting flight? She said, because most of those with the connecting flight to Chicago are canceled. And I said, no, ma'am, my flight is a straight flight. She said, you're fortunate. She said, because most of the flights before you have been canceled because they're having terrible weather. It's snowing. They have ice, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, and rain. There's been flooding on the streets. I was like, are you serious? She's like, yes. I was like, oh, man. She said, so hopefully we'll still be able to get you out of here. Guys, I just said to myself, you know what? This is meant to be, and so I'm not going to stress. I'm going to get out of this. I got on the plane. Luckily, we were able to board the plane, but we sat on the runway for 20, 30 minutes, and they told us, they said, guys, hopefully we'll be clear for takeoff. The weather is really bad there, so we're just waiting to see. We sat there 20, 30 minutes. Then they were like, we are cleared for takeoff. And I was like, yes. I had tears in my eyes the majority of the way there because all I could keep thinking about was this is it. Once I made the declaration 2-3 weeks ago to live my dreams, once I understood that God was speaking to me to live my dreams, my mind was focused on that. And for some reason, the song from Fantasia, I Believe, when she won American Idol, that song stayed in my mind. And I played that song and Justin Bieber's song, Believe, over and over and over on my flight. Even when I got to Chicago, I played it over and over and over and over again. And when I got in the seminar, I flew into Chicago that Friday evening, and where I was going to downtown, the cab driver said, man, I hope the streets are open because the wind gusts had the lake was spilling over into to the roads, so they closed the roads. But as we were going there, it said the roads were closed, and as soon as we got to the entrance, it said road open. And I took it as a sign, guys. Once again, I'm aware, I'm listening, I'm watching, I'm learning, I'm taking it in, I'm receiving, as everything was about to open up for me. Everything I had been working for since I was a child, as far as achieving my dreams, was about to just become true because I had not quit, because I persevered, because I continued to believe, because I continued to trust God, because I continued to always inspire others to live, to love, to learn, and to laugh. And now it was going to be my time. It was now my season. And because I had not grown weary and quit, I was going to be blessed. And so when I got to the auditions on Saturday, it was just electrifying, man. It was just really electrifying. David was there, and I was just like, wow. This guy is just awesome. But what was more electrifying is that this guy really has a heart for the people. He really wants to see people in this industry succeed because it is one of the hardest industries in the world to try to succeed in. And he gave us so much great tutelage, man. I learned so much, but there was just a connection between us. And so when I went to the auditions on Sunday, the day after the seminar, I went in there and I just gave my truth. I'll be honest with you, half of what happened was a blur. I just remember the title of my piece was My Truth Is. I tried to write it out and try to memorize it, and I couldn't do it. And so I just said, God, when I go in there, please just speak through me. And it just started to flow. I didn't have anything written down. It just started to flow. And I remember just saying, my truth is I need this as bad as I want to breathe. My truth is I got love for this art. But sometimes I feel like this art ain't got no love for me. My truth is I want to show my son that following your dreams is not being a failure. My truth is, and I just went on. And when I finished, what I heard him say caused me to hit the floor. My body was lifeless. It felt like I didn't weigh anything, like I was floating in space. It was like the moment I had been waiting for, the song that Fantasia sung. Finally, the moment I've been waiting for, it happened. When I finished, David said, my truth is you have blown me away. Guys, I cannot tell you what that did for me. I'm 40 years old with 3 kids, been divorced, filed bankruptcies, had repossessions, all my rental properties foreclosed upon, had worse than no money in the bank. I had negative $500 in the bank, over $1 million in debt on my credit. And finally, guys, I heard the words that I've been wanting to hear, and I knew in my body that this is it. It pays to follow your dreams. Is it going to be easy? No. But is it going to be worth it? Yes. And guys, he said to me, we're going to give you a call back. That to me meant volumes. He said to me, Sue, I love you. He said, I love the hair. I love what you have on. He said, I love your energy. And at that moment, it came to me that so many people are thinking that they got to be a size 2 in order to make it. So many people are thinking that they have to have a light-skinned complexion or a small nose, or they have to be formally educated, formally trained. I have never had an acting class a day in my life outside of drama in high school. I have the biggest nose there is. I am short. I can stand to lose 80 pounds. But when it is your season and when you show yourself worthy, listen, your talent, your gifts will not go unrecognized. So stop talking yourself out of your destiny. Stop making excuses of, I'll do it when my kids finish school. I'll do it when I get more money in the bank. I'll do it when I lose 50 pounds. I'll do it when my hair grows long. I'll do it when my friends say it's okay to do it or my family says it's okay to do it. No, you need to do it right now. Every day, consistently work to put effort in to achieve your dreams. Every single day, excellence does not go unnoticed. It does not go. Somebody is going to see you. Somebody is going to recognize you, and you never know when it's going to be your day, but you got to run. You got to believe. You got to believe in this thing even before you see it. You see, as a child, I saw it. Growing up in a poor area, nothing but a bunch of trees, I saw it. God had me reciting my thank you for my Emmys and my Oscars. I saw it. But as I grew up out of a child into an adult, I lost it. I lost it because I got distracted by the things that life had to offer. I got distracted because I didn't think that I could really do it, because I didn't look the part like most people look. I lost it because I cared more about what other people thought. I lost it because I had doubt. But I thank God that every time I wanted to quit, He wouldn't allow me to quit. You see, that fire in my belly to entertain, to interact with people, to help people, it would not go away. And even though sometimes I would get distracted with other things, He would bring me right back to what I needed to be doing, which is living my purpose until I can achieve my dreams. Guys, I'm just blown away, man. I think for the last 3-4 days, I've just been crying nonstop, because I am living testimony that when you are true to yourself, that when you help other people, when you esteem other people higher than yourself, when you do not quit, when you trust in God, when you have belief, when you have faith, that you work, you are going to accomplish everything that you set yourself out for. And everything that I had to endure, everything that I created up until this point is now going to just like explode like crazy. So nothing was wasted. You know, going through the depression, going through the suicidal thoughts, going through the divorce, going through losing my money, none of that was wasted, because I was able to channel it into other things, like to be able to write a play, to be able to produce a book, to be able to create an online school to help people, so that when I do get to that platform I desire, I have all these things already in place, T-shirts, all this stuff that I can send people to, and I can just say, hey, guys, I've been there. I've been there, and I know what it's like. Trust me, in order to get through it, in order to get to it, you got to go through it. So my call today is just to encourage you to, as I've always been saying for the last 3 years, follow your dreams. Don't quit. Follow your dreams. Now I'm about to open up this call. And for anybody who's given up on a dream, or anybody want to make a comment or ask a question, you're more than willing to. I'm just going to ask that we keep it to about a minute. But I just want to inspire everybody that's listening. This call is recorded. I am going to drop it on my Facebook wall on the Sue Ham page. So get over to Facebook, the Sue Ham page. I'm going to drop it there. I'm also going to drop it on my website, SueHam.com. It's going to be a blog post under SueHam.com. So please share it, because people need to hear this. People need to be inspired. But if you want to make a comment or ask a question, we're about to open up the Q&A queue right now. So all you have to do is hit *6 on your phone, and I want you to state your name and where you're calling from, and either state your comment or your question. *6 on your phone. Okay, last 4 are 6933.
Hi, Sue. It's Stevie. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, Stevie? Good to hear from you always.
Thank you. I am just so inspired. I see the dream becoming reality, and I was speaking to someone just about the fact that because I'm a visionary, I see things. I just see what you're saying. And God is doing something so magnificent and so beautiful in your life, and I am just thankful to be connected to you. I love you to life, like you always say, and it's just amazing. So thank you for just being an inspiration. Thank you for just continuing the process. And like I always say, I've learned so much from you in the short time that we've been connected, and you are just it's your time and it's your turn.
Thank you, Stevie. Tell them where they can find you. Stevie has some great businesses, guys, you need to be a part of. Tell them where they can find you at real quick.
Thank you. You can definitely find me on www.stevie.com, and my name is STEVII.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. If anyone else wants to make a comment or have a question, come out, *6. Okay, your last 4 is 5152. You are live.
Hi, my name is Tori Hammond, and I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, and I just want to say to you, Sue, thank you so much for what you do. You inspire us to continue and run on and see what the end is going to be. And through just watching what you do, listening to your videos, you have inspired me to do so much more in the industry that I am currently involved in. And so I just want to say thank you, and thank you again.
Tori's got the same last name as me, guys. Hammond. She married a Hammond. Awesome. Tori, tell them about tell them where you are in Charleston and what great dream that you just brought to life. Because this call is about helping inspire other people to live their dreams. So we want to share what we're doing. So tell them what you got going on real quick.
So I am a hairstylist, and I have been for about 15 years. And I'm at the point in my life where just being, like everybody else is no longer an option. I have been on this mission to inspire people to just be. I have had the opportunity to travel because of the military, and the last place that I lived was England. And in England, I learned the spirit of excellence. I learned customer service like never before. Those people are amazing. And when I came back, I didn't know why I was here. I didn't want to be here, but God sent me here. And here is home for me, but at the same time, I have never lived home for a very long time ever since I've been young. So anyway, with that being said, I opened a salon, and I went above and beyond. This place is beyond my imagination because I use faith like never before. Every time I walk through the doors, I am just so honored and so thankful just to be. I go, oh my God, I work here, and it's just a very, it's just a very fact that, You can beat the odds. You can do it. It just takes focus. It just takes determination. I actually made a decision not to tell any of my clients what I was doing, nor did I tell a lot of my friends or anybody else, because I knew that what God called me to do only took him for me to bring it to pass. And so I am here. I am in Charleston. I am in West Ashley on Highway 61. I've been open for about 2 months now. I launched my own product line, my very own product line. It's doing very, very well. And I'm just here to set the standard, and that's just what I'm going to do.
Awesome. I'm so proud of Tori. I really, really am. I really am. Star six, if you got a question or a comment, if you want to share your dream, or I hope that this call has wakened up the dream in you. 3292, you are live with us.
Hello.
Hello. State your name. Where you calling from?
Hi, this is Latasha Sellers. I'm calling from Darlington, South Carolina. I'm also known as Tasha S. My question is, my question is, how do I move forward? I'm living from paycheck to paycheck, working a daily job. I'm trying to make my dreams work. I'm trying to start a book and trying to start a brand, but I don't have the finances to move forward. So how would I be able to generate extra money or kind of move forward in the things that I'm doing without finances? Because that's my main thing, lack of finances.
Okay, got you, Tasha. Here's what I would suggest, and these are some things that I've done. You have to see what works with you, Like they say, eat the meat and spit out the bones, so see what works for you. What I have done is I look at what I can get into, like what type of businesses I can get into without having to spend a whole lot of money. As an internet marketer, I teach people how to make money by posting stuff simply on Facebook. Now, yeah, it's going to cost you a $27 investment to get the knowledge from me on how to do it, but what I'm teaching you in that course, you actually can do it for free once you've gotten the knowledge on how to do it. You actually can take what I taught you and go and make money. But with anything, you have to be diligent. The second thing I want to tell you is take a look at what you're spending your money on right now. And I'm speaking for myself. At a time when I was like, man, I need to do more for my dreams, but I don't have the money, I had to really sit myself down and look at what I was spending money on. And when I figured that I was spending $4 or $5 a day on eating out, 5 times 30 days is $150, I was like, oh, my God, that's $150 right there. When I looked at how I was going up and down the road in my vehicle wasting gas instead of, mapping out, okay, I need to go here, here, and here, map it out, instead of, go here, come home, and forget, oh, I need to go there, come home, forget, oh, I need to go there. So I had to be conscious of where I was spending my money. And let's just get real with each other on this call. Look at your bank account. Look at where you're spending your money. That's going to tell you what's important to you. So I know how it is to not have money. Like I told you, we're talking about $1 million in debt on credit, right? And at one time, a negative $500 in the bank. But we have to make sacrifices. In a lot of my videos on Facebook, you will probably notice that Sue was wearing the same thing, because to me it wasn't about the clothes. It was about funneling that money back into my dreams, funneling that money back into my business, because I was like, this is short term wearing the same clothes. Long term is I'm going to be able to get whatever the hell I want to get. You know what I'm saying? So short term is I can't eat out like I used to, but long term is I'm going to be able to buy $1,500 dinner plates if I so desire. So you really have to map out and make sacrifices. Again, if you're interested in that course on how to make money online using social media, just go to Sue Ham on Facebook, and that course is on that page. Just go to Sue Ham on Facebook, and the course is $27. But it's just little stuff like that. And then also one last thing before I let you go is volunteer. Whatever you can do for free. There's still a lot of stuff that you can do for free to get your stuff out there. Tap into those sources. I use a lot of free sources, and I tell people how to use free sources in the Sue Ham School of Success. I teach you how to take stuff that we have for free, because if you have the internet, then social media is free, and you can use those platforms to help catapult you to the next level. So definitely check out the Sue Ham School of Success. Okay, last 4868. You are live with us. State your name and where you're calling from.
How you doing, Miss Sue? This is actor T. Stokes, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome.
I just want to say one thing, and I'm going to wrap this up with me. Yesterday was my first time I've ever heard of you, anything, and it came through somebody telling me, hey, go on Facebook. It's this lady on there, very inspirational. I watched your video yesterday about 15 times when you talked about your dream and meeting Mr. David Taliber. I now follow you. I've listened to this 4 or 5 times in the shower just yesterday. I was praying, Lord, continue to open those doors for me. Show me the way, the truth, and the light to what you want me to do. You've blessed me with the talent. I don't know exactly which route that you want me to go, but I'm down on. I was in the shower on my knees praying, screaming out, and then when I got out, this was blessed upon me. A message, hey, go to her. I read this. I was in tears yesterday. I'm a grown man. I don't cry for nothing. I cried when my son was born. That's about the last time I've cried. But this, you had me in tears. But honestly, God is my witness, man. You are a blessing to me. My dream is to be an actor as well. That's why I consider myself actor T. Stokes. That's been my name. Everybody calls me T. Stokes. This is all I've ever wanted to do. I'm good at it. When I was a child, 5, 6 years old, my dad asked me. I remember my dad had 7 kids. He has the videos to this day. He went down the line. I was the last one. My sister said, doctors, lawyers, hairdressers, everything else. I got to the end. I was 5 years old. He said, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be on the stage. I want to be on TV. I think I can do what they want to do. My dad was a person, my family is Jamaican. They really don't believe in stuff like that, so he was kind of like, be realistic. You're not going to be this, the average person, but I never let that get me down. Now as an adult, my dad is full steam, like I see the vision. I see it. I see the blessing. My dad has never seen me perform. I performed at the Fox Theater about 2.5 years ago. It was sold out. Was the first time my dad's ever seen me perform. I was a lead character. I killed it. And my dad was in tears like, this really what you want to do? I was like, I told you this since I was a kid. This is all I've ever wanted to do. I do regular jobs on a daily basis to stay forward and keep that income coming in. But with my extra money, it goes towards my career. That's 100%. And I just want to thank you so much. One day you and I will work together. Just know my name, and I'm going to tell you, T. Stokes. This is me. We're going to work together someday. I promise you. I see it.
Awesome, man. I tell you, I had goosebumps, actor T. Stokes, as you were speaking, because I know how you feel, man. Proclaim that and believe that. When we believe stuff, it may not even be in existence yet, but we believe it so strong that it has to materialize into existence. When I interviewed Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and if you don't know who he is, Google him. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough is working with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. He said the number one key ingredient in millionaires that kept them going, that helped them to get to the millionaire and billionaire status was their strong belief. You cannot stop believing, guys. You cannot. I'm telling you, listen to the song Justin Bieber, Believe. Listen to Fantasia, I Believe. Man, if you find yourself down and out and wanting to give up, pop those 2 songs in. I'm telling you, that's what got me through these last 2 weeks. Okay, last 4 are 0413. State your name, where you're calling from. You're live with us. Last 4 of the phone number, 0413. Ms. Wilson?
Yes. This is Ty Wilson. Ty Wilson. I'm in Charlotte. I met you. Well, I didn't meet you, but I know you through Terry Clay. I've edited one of her books. I've done some other work with her as well. Okay. Every time I feel like giving up, I always get some type of reminder to keep going. And just recently, before I saw your video, I was like, you know what, maybe it's time for me to just get, because I'm 40. So I'm like, well, maybe it's time for me to, okay. I'm 41, actually. I'll be 42 in January. But I said, you know what, maybe it's time for me, because I got a daughter. She's going to be going to college in 2016. I said, you know what, maybe it's time for me to, quote, unquote, get a real job. I still got time. I still got
a skill set. I have degrees. Let's just go ahead and do that. But then I saw your video. I said, nope, I got to keep going. So thank you for sharing your video. I've been sharing with so many people. As a matter of fact, I am in a few Facebook groups, and someone was talking about, how frustrated she was with her life. She's also in the 40 Club. And I said, you know what? You don't know me, but you need to see this video.
Wow.
So
we appreciate you. I heard you said you do book editing, so tell them how they can find you real quick.
Oh, go to facebook.com, Thailand, Tyland, Writings with an S, Thailand Writings.
All right, awesome. I always try to give people, a platform to expose their businesses because, guys, trust me, I know how it is. It is hard out here, but we have to keep going, keep persevering. The reason why so little people succeed is because the vast majority want to quit. So the little that keep going and going, they get to it, baby. They get to it. They enjoy the milk and honey. We have time for one more person. If you want to come out, make a comment or a question. I thank everyone thus far who has come out. And we haven't dropped anybody on this call, so I think this is a topic that just needs to be worldwide. This has been my message for years because I really feel that if we can go and live our dreams, the world would be a happier place when people are doing what they want to do, right? when instead of doing what they don't want to do. So it looks like I had one more person come into the call list. Let me see, or maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. Okay, hit *6 if you want to make another comment or question. *6, comment or question. All right. Last four are 9025. You are live with us.
Good morning, Sue Ham and everyone. This is Sarette Pierre in Raleigh. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Sarette?
Great. I am super, super excited. I am, too, and gleaning from what God has done in just a few days in your life. To God be the glory for the things that he has done. And we are all elated for you. As the word says, rejoice with them that rejoice, and that is indeed what we've been doing. I'd like to quickly say that I found you through Terry Clay, and just the little bit of information from the School of Success that I was able to tap into while trying to get the information for my website builder. It has just really just changed everything as I've known it in business. It is just everything that anyone could need is in that website of yours, the School to Success. And so I just am so excited. I have to go back and listen to your video. I was laughing at myself because I was looking at your expressions and your nonverbals, and because I broke my phone and I can't hear the volume. And so I purposed to go back as soon as I get to my PC and listen to the testimony of the video that everyone has been talking about. But I am pretty excited about what I'm going to hear. And I want to quickly say that when you sent that post about being frustrated and being in the shower and telling, the Lord that there were some things that that you wanted to get back to, and that's when he released to you to get back into entertainment and the arts. That spoke volumes to me, and I had, too, just like actor T. Stokes, I had been involved in acting all of my life and had stopped, went to a performing arts high school and liberal arts college, and it goes on, and the Lord had spoke to me about 4 or 5 years ago about sending me to L.A. for ministry. It took me a long time to figure out why I was going there, to pretty much tap into the sexual exploitation market. That field is, very great out there with the porn and gay and lesbian community, and he wanted me to be on a foot soldier out there through power evangelism. And then the more he spoke to me, he told me he was reigniting my love for the arts. So when I read, I've been doing and reading into and praying and contending into what he had me do out there, since it's a dual role. and I've been partnering with some people and just kind of dusting off the old acting ability and just really positioning myself to do both. But when you said what you said, even as much so as that you were named after an actress, it hit me. I, too, was named after an actress, film director, producer, stage. She did a lot of Broadway theater and a lot of TV and movies in the 70s, and I speak to her and reconnected with her about 7-8 years ago. And so when you said that, my spirit just leaped, because I'm like, yeah, like, really? Like, this is, like, really what we're supposed to do. Like, duh. You know, it was just a natural, but I didn't put it into context in that regard, how names are so important. You know, I know it in a spiritual sense, but I was like, oh, yeah, we were both named after actors. Okay, guys, so just congratulations. I'm super, super excited. Can't wait to see that video a little later today. God bless you.
God bless you, too. And because you had a couple of, I think it was your internet browser that was preventing you from getting into the School of Success, I'm going to grant you an additional 5 days to get in. Just send me an email. But definitely, guys, you just heard a great testimony about the great courses that we have in the School of Success. And like I told you, it's only $30, no contract or anything. Quit whenever you feel like it. Okay, we've got 2 more callers, and then we're going to end the call, guys. We're going to ask you to keep it to a minute, please, if you can. Last 4 of your phone number, 0732. You are live with us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron Tisdale. I'm from Kingstree, South Carolina. And I just wanted to hi, what's up? I wanted to say thank you so much. I gratefully enjoyed the manifestation of this motivational and business call. I watched your video, and I believe that I had shared it as well. And I also added a comment that I was so grateful that you shared that with me, because the funny thing about it is I had a dream about, you know, what I'm purposed to do in life. And as soon as I woke up, the first thing on my timeline on Facebook was your video when you were just, you know, expressing how everything went. And that really touched me. And it gave me confirmation to go forth and to doing something that I always wanted to do, and I had an opportunity to actually audition for this runway model search in Charleston. And I was kind of like hesitant about it because I never, ever really been on something like that. I had the opportunity in my hometown, but during that time, I decided to sacrifice that moment for someone else. And I didn't mind because, you know, it was in my heart to do. And so I was just telling God, you know, I was like, okay, if this is really meant for me to do, then I will have a greater opportunity. And so now I'm granted this opportunity again. And I really do feel that I have to fight hard for it, because it's like as I get closer to it, the fear is kicking in. I'm worrying about the how, the when, and the where. And so now I'm just praying for God to keep me sound so I can actually get there, do my thing, and pray that I will be successful in it. So thank you so much for everything. God bless you.
Bless you too, Aaron. I remember your post on Facebook. I remember actor T. Stokes' post on Facebook too. I read my posts, guys, and I comment. There's nobody managing my social media because I'm a social media expert. So I comment. I love the relationship with everybody I come in contact with. And when it comes to fear, man, it will come in. It's the enemy trying to kill, steal, and destroy. And like I said, every time he tried to get me off track when I was going to Chicago, I was like, God has already set this up. He's already spoken to me with a dream. He spoke to me in the shower. He led my best friend since I was the age of 5 years old to come to me. And here's the thing. He had her come to me because she knows how to deal with me, because somebody else, I probably would have been like, man, I don't want to hear nothing about no acting audition or something like that. She cut me off and said, listen, just check it out. And then, you know, when I called my boyfriend, he didn't even let me really finish. He just pulled out his credit card, gave me the number. Then to get to the airport, you know, and everybody else's flight canceled, but mine takes off. The roads open up for me when I get to Chicago, a connection between David and myself on Saturday, and then on Sunday to hear this man say, you have blown me away. We're going to give you a call back. Kick fear in the butt. and say, get up out of here. You are not welcome anymore. And I'm telling you, some of the things I do, guys, to manage fear and to control it is I constantly talk to God. I constantly talk to myself. Give yourself pep talks. Say, this is it. I kept saying that. My sister and I, we kept saying it. This is it. This is it. And you say that enough with enough conviction and belief, you are going to convince your mind that it is true. And once you convince your mind that it is true, it is going to have to show itself truthful in reality form. So, and listen to positive audio, listen to positive music, surround yourself with positive people, pick up these positive self-help books, and keep your mind saturated with good stuff. Your mind is likened unto the soil. Just like the soil, your mind doesn't care what you plant. The soil doesn't care if you put negative crop or if you put poison into the soil or if you put good crop. It's going to produce whatever you put into it. Same as with your mind. If you put good thoughts, it's going to produce good things. If you put negative thoughts, it's going to produce negative things. So guard your mind. Guard your mind, man. Guard your mind. All right, last four or 6480. You are live with us. 6480.
Hi, Sam. This is Shani Johnson from Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston!
I was calling. I am so inspired by you. I am so excited about the things that you're about to embark on. It's like a dream come true for you, but it's also like I put you as a mentor for me, for myself. So I know if you can do it, I can achieve it too. And I just remember there was a time when I couldn't even see myself as succeeding. I was at a low point in my life, but I had this sign that says, you've been sentenced to succeed with no appeal. And I declared that over my life, and things began to change. And then I came to a point in my life when I needed education. I wanted to be able to do some things. And I was praying to the Lord and asking him, I was like, I can't afford to get another school bill. I just don't want another loan, but I do want to learn. I want to be educated. And I just continued praying for years. And then finally I came across Terry Clay, and she had classes available. And then I came across you through Terry Clay. I learned about your School of Success, and I was so inspired, and it's reasonable, and you have so much information that you share on your websites, and I am just so inspired because you, both you and Terry, are making my dream come to life, and I'm just so happy to know you, and I wish you the best of success.
Thank you, Shawnee. Do you have anything going on that you want to tell the world about to check you out on?
Yes. Well, currently my pastor just produced a book called Determination, and the book is called Nothing and Nobody Can Stop Me, Determination, Nothing and Nobody Can Stop Me. So right now we're kind of like pushing his book because we're trying to make it a bestseller. It has so much inspiration involved, and you interviewed him just recently. Yes. Oh my goodness, that interview was phenomenal. People are still talking about that interview, and you are so real. I am so happy that I got to meet you because you are one of the realest people that I know, and you're honest, and you speak from your heart, and that's why I love you so much. That's why I love both you and Terry. You guys are so inspirational, and keep doing what you're doing. We're watching you. You have people following behind you that are helping to push you forward, and we're coming right behind you. And I wish you more success to come in the future.
Oh, man, I love you for that. Thank you so much. And Shawnee's right. That interview was explosive. Her pastor, Monterio, I forget his last name, but guys, listen, go to suham.com and go pick up his book. It's called Determination. Or you can go to Amazon. All you got to do is put Determination in the in the search bar, and it's going to bring up his name. As a matter of fact, let me find out what his last name is, because I want you guys to go and grab that book, but I also want you to go listen to the interview. And if you want to hear the interview, just go to suham.com, and you're going to see this gentleman up there, and the name is going to be Determination. Nobody Can Stop You. It's explosive, and it's going to tell you how to get that book. So, guys, I thank you. Man, we spent about an hour on the call. Normally, typically, these calls are 20 minutes. Wow, this is explosive. And I'm excited because there's so many people, man. We need to live our dreams. God gives us the dreams, and it's for us to live and carry out So I hope that this call will catapult you to that next level. It will inspire you. Share this call with somebody. If this call has blessed you, tell somebody on Facebook. We will be posting the call to Facebook momentarily. We'll also be posting it to SueHam.com. Thank you guys so much. I want you to know I love you. Where I am today, I did not do it by myself. It was because of God. It was because of you. And it was because I did not quit. I did not quit. And you are where you are because you have not quit. And if you're not where you want to be, then it's time for you to get started. The way to win is to actually get started and don't stop. Don't stop until you win, baby. In closing, guys, I got to encourage you to live, love, learn, and laugh. Don't quit. Follow your dreams to success. And please remember that Sue Ham, baby, is loving you to life. I'll see you guys around the internet.